Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Cristin, and before we get too far into this video, I just want to invite you to go follow me over on Instagram. That way you're always aware anytime I post a new video. Sometimes I'm a couple of days late posting there, but we all know YouTube doesn't always like to pop videos up in your subscription for folks who you're subscribed to, so at least if you're following me on Instagram, you'll get a notice within a day or two that I've posted a video. So, I am pregnant, for anyone out there who is new. I'm currently 32 weeks and 3 days. Baby is as big as a cantaloupe, 16 to 17 inches, and 3.5 to 4 pounds. 7 weeks to go. So, 32-week update, you guys. This is crazy. This pregnancy has flown by. Also, my cat is like needing some attention right now. And I'm hoping he doesn't mess with my tripod. Y'all know he does that sometimes, where he just wants to rub his face all over you. So, I guess he's going to be joining us for the moment. Let's see where to start. So, this is kind of like a 31 to 32 week update. More on 31 weeks. I haven't really wrote a whole lot down for 32 weeks because not a whole lot going on. But it's been a minute since my last pregnancy update, so we've got some things to talk about. So, first up, lots of stretching pain. Yes, that's been happening on and off since about the middle of my second trimester, maybe even sooner than that, where it just feels like everything is stretching and pulling around the front of my belly. Very uncomfortable. I've been having some sciatic nerve pain, not nearly as much as I did with my first pregnancy, but it's still happening. And I've also been having a lot of pressure down in my cooter, way TMI, I'm sure. But it sometimes feels like little man is gonna just fall out of me. It is so uncomfortable. It gets hard to walk. This is kind of a newer development. I have a prenatal appointment. Is that the right term? OBGYN appointment. Doctor appointment next week, and I'm gonna bring that up with her because it's so uncomfortable, and it, like I said, feels like he's gonna fall out. Along with that, I've also been having more contraction-like pains, which are kind of scary. They hurt really bad. I did mention those to my doctor at my last appointment, and she didn't come right out and say they sounded like contractions, but she kind of like beat around the bush with it, and she didn't go too far into it because I told her that when I take Tylenol and I lay down, they tend to go away, which they do. On top of that, I haven't had any bleeding, I haven't had anything that's timeable, and I haven't had my water break. So she just kind of like, monitor that, and if it happens again, you need to call us. It's happened a couple more times since my last appointment. I have not called them because going to triage is not cheap, for one. And for two, as I listed all those reasons, like, I don't feel like there's a reason to go in. It's weird because I get pain that goes from like my hips all the way up to my rib cage on my back. It's like the muscle is just tight all the way up. It gets hard to breathe, and then it stretches around to my belly, and everything gets really, really tight, and it's very painful. But like I said, there's nothing timeable. It's just everything hurts and continues to hurt. But then when I take Tylenol and lay down, it eases out. And sometimes it just goes to being sore, and I'll be sore for a day after that. Other times it just completely goes away. But, yeah, I haven't felt like it was enough to go into the hospital, for. Plus, the last time I had it wasn't nearly as bad as the time before my last appointment. That one was awful. This last time lasted about 20 minutes, and then it was pretty much over and done with. So, I didn't worry too much about it. So this one's a newer development, and it's that I've been having a harder time sleeping, which that in and of itself isn't necessarily a new development. Thankfully, I've been able to sleep pretty well this whole pregnancy up until the last couple of months. But most recently, I have started having chest pains at night. If I go to sleep, like I pretty much always have to sleep on my left side now. Now we've got cat number 2 coming in for Levens. I pretty much have to sleep on my left side, and because sleeping on my right side is too uncomfortable, I get like this weird pain. I don't need you to butt in my face. So I have to sleep pretty much on my left side, which tends to create hot spots in my hip, and things get uncomfortable there, even though I have my maternity pillow. But the thing that is causing problems is if I'm sleeping on my left side and if I'm not able to keep my shoulders apart. Sometimes I'll end up curling like that, you know, and everything just kind of comes in on itself. And then I'll start having problems breathing. And apparently I start moaning, making moaning sounds, and my husband has to wake me up, which I'm very glad that he does, because then I can readjust. But my chest will hurt, like my lungs will feel sore, and I can tell like I wasn't breathing very well. So that's something else I have to bring up to my doctor, is that I've been having, you know, some issues and with breathing anytime that I close in on myself. Okay, couple more things here to cover. So I have started having foot and hand swelling. It's been pretty mild. I think it's just normal swelling that you have in pregnancy. However, it had my doctor a little bit nervous. On top of that, of the swelling, I had also started having some problems with high blood pressure. And so I had to come in for doctor's appointments almost back to back, like within one, and then the next week I had another, which currently I go about once a month, or twice. I guess I'll be heading into about twice a month at this point. But I had to come in one week and then again for another, because my doctor was concerned I may have been developing preeclampsia. In my last Get Ready With Me video, which I can leave a link to down below if you guys want to check it out, I mentioned that I was getting tested for preeclampsia and I hadn't gotten my results back yet. They came back negative. I have no proteins in my urine, which is really, really good. But I had high blood pressure at 2 different doctor's appointments, so my doctor went ahead and put me on high blood pressure medication, and then she tested my urine. She was very specific and was like, make sure you leave a urine sample, because even though you're supposed to leave a urine sample every time you go into the doctor, my doctor's been kind of lenient with me because I've never had an issue before, and so sometimes if I forget, she's like, man, whatever, it's not a big deal, like, you've never had a problem. But when I started having high blood pressure issues, she was like, make sure you leave a sample. I need to test that for protein. And if I'd had protein in my urine, it'd have been a whole other story. Would have probably meant I had preeclampsia, would have been further testing, would have been an issue. Thankfully, it came out that I've only just developed high blood pressure here in my pregnancy. Though, granted, I think I've kind of had it for a couple of years now, but I don't think it's been bad enough to need medication. But now I am on medication for it, which leads us into the next thing, which is that I have to have an ultrasound done next week to monitor baby's growth. Currently, this is another thing, because I've gone so long without doing an update. I was due the end of May. I'm not giving out my exact due date just for personal privacy reasons, but I was due the end of May, and a couple of appointments ago when they scheduled me for my C-section, they bumped up my due date. It's been like a whole thing, this whole pregnancy, where like nobody seems to be able to like pinpoint my due date. I think my current one is the 4th due date they've given me, and before that, I thought I was due May 20th. I was shocked when I came in and they bumped me another 2 weeks. And I was like, what is going on? I have no idea. So, yeah, C-section is scheduled, but now I'm towards the beginning of the month instead of the end of the month. Lost like 2 weeks off my pregnancy, which I'm fine with. I'm ready to be done. But that happened. And then, like I said, next week I have to go in and have an ultrasound done to monitor baby boy's growth, because when you have high blood pressure during pregnancy and you're on high blood pressure medication, it can cause the baby to grow larger. So I'm thinking that if he ends up being bigger than, you know, where he should be at for this stage, that they might change my due date again. So we shall see. I'll do an update next week, hopefully, and let you guys know what they have to tell me. So, last thing here is that I feel like I have lots of energy, like on the inside, but my body can't keep up. I get worn out so quickly physically and have to take a break, and like mentally, I'm like, gosh, this is like taking forever to do stuff because I should be able to get up and get everything done, and I just physically can't. Like, my back starts to hurt, my belly starts to hurt. If I push it too far, I start getting cramps. I'm really trying to avoid having more of those really bad cramps or like halfway up my spine. It's just, and then Like the other day I had what do you call it? I have a mom brain. I just told you guys about it. Sciatic nerve pain. I had it for like most of the day, and I had energy and I wanted to get up and do stuff, but my hip just hurt and it wasn't gonna happen. So yeah, this is kind of like what's going on right now. Guys, it's pregnancy. 8th month. We are almost done. Thank goodness. I am so ready to be done being pregnant. Okay guys, let's go ahead and do the belly shot. This is what I'm looking like currently at 32 weeks pregnant. I am looking around. There it is in all its glory. I'm so ready to get this baby out of me. But there's my 32-week pregnant belly. But that is everything for this update. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Also, make sure you go and follow me on Instagram. That way you know when I post videos, because again, YouTube doesn't always notify you. And I think that wraps everything up. If you're interested in any of the videos that I've mentioned in today's video, links will be below. And I hope to catch you in my next one.